Before we start this podcast off, I want to say one very important thing. I was going to save it for the end, but I'm not going to save it for the end. I'm actually speak on it right now. It doesn't apply to what we're going to talk about today, but the topics that we are going to talk about today is truly going to be a little bit deeper than before. It may seem simple, but when I explain it in a unique way, you guys are going to understand it. So one of the main things I want to talk to you guys about right now is for those of you that are working 9 to 5. So you hear me say so many times as to when we really be speaking on business and, jobs and things of that nature. I'm going to be real with you guys when I say this. If your job is telling you to stay over whatever extra for, some kind of reason, because they can't get their little certain next shift set up correctly because they don't know how to manage the people and things of that nature. At the same time, when you got your own life to take care of and you got your own things that you need to take care of, that's very important, like other important business and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you right now, no job should not make you feel as if you back in high school or back in elementary, to where if you so happen to leave because it's whatever they call it, it's where you have to stay, and you just up and leave, knowing that it's your time to go because you had a set time from when you get to work to when you're able to leave work. You should not be at a job that make you feel like as if you're in bondage into jail or like a slave. That right there, to me, is pure bullshit, period. To us, your job is saying that because, other elements around the job is not set properly. That's on them. Let them deal with the shit. You go ahead and take care of the businesses that you need to take care of. But Q, if I leave, I get in trouble. First of all, you're a grown-ass person, so why should you get in trouble? Like I said, it's not fucking elementary or fucking high school anymore. It's basically your main life. And especially if you're an entrepreneur, rebuilding your brand, rebuilding your business and things of that nature, for a full effect. Now, if you stay over, will the overtime really matter? Or will you waste your time over something that truly doesn't matter? Because at the end of the day, you still got to work on your own shit and work on your own self. So I want to put that out there. And the reason I want to put that out there is because there's too many jobs out here that is putting people enslaved in bondage. And then say, well, we'll give you a write-up or something. And like I said before, it's not fucking elementary. It's not fucking high school. It almost be like college in a way. To which, if you ain't going to class, oh well, that's your grade. If you ain't staying for overtime, oh well, who gives a damn? Paychecks still probably gonna be looking the same. And half the time, most jobs don't really put all the overtime hours onto a paycheck. Especially if they talk about they try to budget and things of that nature. But you guys need to understand when they use the words budget and other things. In some companies, some of them are trying to budget, but 9 to 10 times that's kind of bullshit, because if your manager is just making way more money than you are making, then there's something wrong with that picture right there. But if the company is still flourishing, then that means they're getting money from somewhere, somebody. I'm going to say again what my good homie told me. He said, bro, money come and go, but you only got one life to live. And to let you guys know, I almost had did this podcast later and things of that nature. But I was like, nah, I have a set time to where I do my podcast is on Fridays. Only time I do it later is when I'm really tired. But other than that, I have a set time to where I do my podcasts and put out for you guys, because this is part of my brand. This is part of Hip Rocker Productions. This is part of the business that I do as an entrepreneur and, speaker and things of that nature, and a music producer. This is the shit that I do and that I love to do. So, to be real with you guys, say it again. Any job that makes you feel as if you are a slave, that you get in trouble, and you know that your age lets you know that you are an adult, that's the type of job you shouldn't even save for. Point blank, period. So let's get on with the podcast. So good evening, ladies and gents. It's your boy Q Moore, also known as Chinchilla Q of HipRockerProductionsCM.com. We had just started this podcast at 6:09 or 6:14 p.m., which is 18:09 or 18:14 Army time. Welcome to week 96, sessions 471. Let me relook at that again. Because I was just looking at it when that was, about the post of things up. So let me see. Okay, yeah. I was right. Because I don't know why I was thinking about 571. Oh, that's for something else. That's for something else. But yeah. Hold on a second. My apologies, got distracted by a text message and whatever. But it's all good though. So I ain't tripping about it. You guys hear the sounds of the dogs barking and things of that nature, let you know that I'm home. And we're taking care of this podcast because, like I said before, this is what your boy does and things of that nature. As well, I could also add to my plate a mentor to others, because a couple of my folks over at my job and the one that used to work over there, I kid you not, they've been taking one of them slacking in the businesses that he's doing, so I had to get him back on his grind. The other one is still doing his thing, but he truly needs to find himself and stop being not nervous, but I can't really think of what it is. And there's another one that actually took the steps I told him to do, and he is moving forward with it. So I'm proud of the brothers that I have talked to. Different race and things. That's making the effort. But yes, welcome back to the podcast. We are in week 97, sessions 471 through 475 for this week of May 14th through the 18th. Welcome, ladies and gents, to another edition of the Business Minded Leaders. My bad, the hashtag Business Minded Leaders, a.k.a. the Wolf Stance Podcast with your host, Q Moore, also known as Chinchilla Q of HairRockerProductionsCM.com. So we are about to have some fun. We're about to enjoy ourselves this evening, and we're about to get it cracking. So with that, let's get on with the podcast, shall we? Let's hit it. So for Blessed Mondays, May 14, 2018, I say you can learn a lot from an ant's colony by studying, wow, my Irish is going out, by studying their structure for life and business. There's a reason why I said that. I think it was either on Monday morning, evening, I forgot what I did on Monday. What did I do on Monday? I think I rested in on Monday. Did we go out to the beach? Did we go to Santa Monica? No, that's Tuesday. Monday, we rest in. I forgot what I did on Monday. But anyway, so I was doing something on Monday. And then I took a look at an ant's colony. Oh, because there's like, oh, that's right. We was doing something. And then we came back and I looked on the floor, like the little carpet right by the entrance. I'm looking down like, hold up, the ants is coming back. Because it was hot that Monday. And then I thought to myself, I said, you know what? I'm going to let the little ants live. But at the same time, I said, you know what? You can learn a whole lot from an ant's colony, in a way. And the only reason why I say that is because when you really look at the bigger picture of an ant's colony, you can really see the structure on how most ants have multiple queens, or some ants have one queen. But at the same time, you see how you have certain ants, they do the nursery for the babies, for the next generation. And then you have the working ants that, be on defense mode just in case if some other ants want to run to the colony, start some stuff and take over. Then you have the other ants that, build the little trenches and things, the little areas so that the ants, can run through, whatever. And then you have the other ants that go out and find food or find things, to build, whatever. But if you really take a look at when you really study the structure on how an ant runs its business, it runs its business very thorough for millions or gazillions of years. Just by the structure of an ant, has one overseer or ruler or multiple little rulers, whatever, but at the same time, that queen is setting the foundation for the next generation and the next line of queens or whatever to come up and take over the family business. So same thing like you guys. That's just why I've been stressing the past couple of podcasts about how you should leave a legacy or start up a legacy for your next generations, for your family. And part of the reason being is so that you can also have that legacy continue to snowball to something greater. You take a look at the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and stuff like that, and of course they do have a bad rep, when it comes to how their business was structured, how their business was ran and stuff like that. But if you really look at the bigger picture of things and how they really set the legacy and tone for the family generational business and things of that nature, you kind of see us just like an ants colony. Only difference, not like millions of Rothschilds and stuff like that, a couple, whatever. But at the same time, you kind of compare it to that, and then you compare it to what you are doing, and you're like, okay, I could just be like an ant. Build up a colony, build up something great, to which, when it's time for me to go, the next line in generations could go ahead and take over the family business. And if they don't want to take over one of the businesses that we have, they could take over one of the other ones. Just keep everything inside of the family or whatever. Or have some friends that's like family, that's like a brother or a sister, whatever, their offspring, which be your nieces and nephews, if your siblings if your kids don't want to take over, have your nieces and nephews, take over, whatever. And have them, continue on the name, because, they name probably attached to it as well, too. So, something like that. But, yeah, if you guys understand that and really study how ant colony is, and trust me, you start to see the beauty of how a business structure is really ran. And it's always different. It's never the same. So, let's continue. So, on the Grind Tuesdays, I said appreciate the blessings. There's a reason why I say appreciate the blessings. There's a reason to it. You guys heard me say before some of the other podcasts is about, looking to your bank account and you have a little bit of change and stuff like that. So, same thing happened with me, this past Tuesday before I got paid or whatever. Look at my bank account, I was like, man. Oh, after I had done the podcast, I was like, man, I'm going to go to Del Taco or go somewhere. Instead, I'm in the Target. Went to Target, got a little something. Was it Target or was it Smart & Final? Not Smart & Final, my bad. Food for Less. Went to Food for Less. Because I was like, what? I don't feel like going downtown LA, get something to eat, salad, whatever. Because I was looking at my bank account. I said, let me go to Food for Less, get some little chicken wings. So I was going to get the little, pre-made chicken wings and stuff like that and everything. The little spicy ones that they kind of make us pretty bomb. But wasn't able to do that, and part of the reason was because this older lady was in the way with a cart, so I was able to get the chicken. So I got the little papas fritos, which is French fries or potato skins, what we call it, whatever. And there must be another little dog running around over here. That's just why the other dogs next door are going crazy. But yeah, so went ahead, got one of the French fries, whatever. And came home, relaxed a little bit. Laptop is moving kind of slow, so I'm thinking it might be the OS operating software that's on there. Now, for some odd reason, it's not downloaded to my laptop on my MacBook, so I'm gonna have to restart everything over. Not try to do that, because try to get the files from my music production software for Logic, which I use called Logic Studio. Try to get the music production files for that, the ones I need to do for the music. It takes a while, so I'm like, I ain't trying to go through that whole process. But other than that, though, after I had, it's about to eat the French fries and everything, say my grace and stuff like that. But I really stopped and, got hit with the Lord speaking, saying, appreciate the blessings. And the reason why I said it was because when I was really looking at my bank account, I was like, man, right now I'm going to hit the negative. which actually did happen because had an automation for my website to which, certain amount of money comes out every month from my website so I could keep it up, whatever. So I wasn't tripping off of that because that's part of the business and everything, running my website and stuff like that. So other than that, I was like, you know what? I said, thank you, Lord, for the blessing. I'll be able to get this and this and this. And then it just hit me. It's like, man, we really got to appreciate the blessings. I mean, we really have to appreciate what we have. And trust me, I know for a lot of us, it's a whole lot of things that we want to get, that we want to buy, that we want to ball out on. We want to have to finance things and stuff like that. But when you really look at the bigger picture of things, have you noticed that the thing that you really want the most, once you get it, it's like, I don't want it, or why did I spend money on this? It's because you want it so bad that you lost focus of what's really happening. You lost focus of what was really going on behind the scenes. So instead, what actually happened was that we, as human beings, had tend to say, forget about what it is that we have now. We want to get what we want to get. Because trust me, I mean, even with this paycheck, I have to make some sacrifices for things that I want to get badly. But I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll get whatever that thing is later. Might be on sale. Matter of fact, here's a cool blessing. For those of you that have an iPhone or have an Apple Watch, there's this company called Bleakin. They make, like phone accessories for Android and Apple and stuff like that. Mainly for Apple. But other than that, though, they have like this little charger part to where you could charge up your Apple Watch and your phone at the same time. So it's a little kiosk system over at my job by Best Buy that has those little type of products. Of course, I was about to get some, what's called Apple earbuds. Well, AirPods. I was thinking about it, and I was like, I want to try them out because I use my Beats a lot and everything. And I want to see, how the sound quality sound like. But I'm not too sure if I really want to get those. Those are sold out. So I was like, okay, that's evidence. And, they had the Beats by Dre headphones, the big ones and stuff like that, and things. I'm still a Sony person when it comes to the over-the-ear earbuds, like Sony quality and stuff like that. So I took a look, and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get a little battery charger. I know my little sister, she's been asking me for one and things of that nature. And the ones I gave her in the past, they got lost or she misplaced them somewhere. So I'm like, yeah. Well, I said to myself, I'm going to go ahead and get myself, one. I'll work my ass off 24/7. So let me go ahead, get myself a little something. Since I can't get the main things I want to get now, let me just get one of them. So I went ahead and I took a look at the little thing. I said the little Bleakin Apple Watch, and I said, you know what? I said I actually need one of those because I know by the time I get back home from work, whatever, depending on how much we use our Apple Watch, the battery, be like a 32 or 20%, depending on how heavy we use it. And so I took a look because normally the little Bleakin Apple Watch charger, along with the regular, phone charger, because it's together, be like $99, $100. That mess is on sale for $50. Well, $54.97, with plus tax. So I was like, oh, this on sale. Ding, 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 ding. Boom. Got it. That right there was a blessing. And then what's a blessing? Because one, it could charge up my phone, which you guys are hearing me use right now to do this podcast. And two, I could charge up my watch. So just in case my watch started to die out, I'll be like, bleep, hit on the little charger, let it go, charge the thing up, and then bleep, and there we go. I got the stuff. And if you guys like my sound effects, just get at your boy. I make sound effects, man. I make sound effects and stuff like that. And I know some of y'all laughing after that, but it's part of my nature. Not being a clown, but making people laugh and happy and things of that nature. But when I get serious and shit, though, that's what you guys really need to know. So you guys really need to listen. But other than that, though, you need to appreciate the blessings that you have right now. Appreciate the little things. I mean, even when I got those French fries, like a brother was hungry. I'm like, man, I can't get the chicken wings. Let me go ahead and get the little Papa Fritos. Let me get the French fries. They was on sale, and it was warm, and it was good. It was bomb diggity. Never gonna go put nacho cheese with it though. As you get older, your body be like, like, brother, what the hell is you doing? We're not 20 anymore. We're not 15, we're not in the teens anymore. We're not even young kid anymore. It's like, bruh. I was like, yeah, that's a big mistake. Ranch dressing only, yes. But with nacho cheese, I'm like, yeah. Because the next following morning, got late to work. Use the restroom. Other than that, I ain't gonna get details. But other than that, though, appreciate the blessings that you have now. Because at the end of the day, where everything does come full together, you started. I'll be real with you guys. I'll be real with you guys about appreciate the blessings. You guys heard me in the other podcasts. You guys will keep hearing me say this today. You guys heard me in other podcasts talk about finances, money, and things of that nature. How when you don't have nothing in your bank account, you kind of go crazy, kind of get angry, kind of want to suck the shit out of somebody, and things of that nature, because you're feeling kind of mad about, like, damn, I got no money in here, woo, 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 woo. But at the same time, for those of us that are being told you're going to amount to something, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to be big, and woo, 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 woo. All of that right there, all the little hardships that come along with it, it's a humbling process. When I saw the little negative money in my account from today and I think part of last month, I really wasn't tripping anymore. I was like, I said, okay, negative $62. I said, okay, what came out? I'm like, all right, cool. I said, okay, I get paid, a couple days, so I'm straight. I said, okay, I got to rearrange, I'm trying to budget. All right, cool. Wasn't even tripping about it. And the reason why, because it took me a while to really get humble about it and things of that nature. Or you have certain family members, hit you up like, hey, man, can you loan with the woo? And then he just like, damn, I'm trying to save with the woo. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? Nah, you got to stop yourself, because you have to start seeing the blessings that you have gotten. And at the same time, you're like, you know what? God will really make you think and say, you know what? Okay, this person might be going, or this family member might be going through something to which they might need the money then and there. So let me go ahead and start. Matter of fact, I give you guys another good example. Found $5. I think it was last Sunday or something like that. Found $5. Right? No. I take it back. Last Tuesday, I had $6 in my pocket. Was about to go catch a train. This lady, she may be homeless, but maybe not quite sure, but she, looked the part. No offense to her, nothing like that. Not baggy or not talking bad about nobody that's homeless. Not doing nothing like that. I saw her coming. I was on my phone, walking straight up. She's walking down the other way. And so she was like, she asked, like, hey, you don't have a couple change or wherever with you. Mind you, I was supposed to be at the beach at a certain hour so I could do the video podcast. But, lately I've been kind of running a little bit late and whatever, because, I've been kind of burnt out still. So I'll still be getting my rest. I'd have been like, okay, go hop up at 6 and get down there before. I'm like, my body right now is like, bruh, we're going to need to have a couple extra hours and to sleep. When you get up, you go out to the beach, do the podcast, bada bing, bada boom, enjoy the rest of your day and get ready, for the rest of the work week, whatever, right? So I got up kind of late, whatever. But other than that, I was walking one way, chick walking another way. She asked. I didn't even think about it. I said, okay, we don't have the other wallet where we have to change in. I said, so we just got the little $6. I was gonna break off, like $1, give it $5. Now I was like, oh, screw it. I said, here you go, my there. I said, here you go, my there. Take this, be blessed. She said, oh, thank you, God bless you. I said, God bless you too. Walked off. Gave her the full $6. I did not even think about it. I wasn't tripping about like, oh man, he got $6 or whatever. I'm like, I still got money in my bank account, so I don't really, like carrying dollar bills on me, whatever. Literally. Stuff like that. So gave the lady the $6, kept it pushing. I said, you know what? And I told God, I said, God, I said, hopefully it blessed her in the way where she needed. Straight up. That following last Sunday, I kid you not, we found $5 somewhere. Out the blue. I'm like, yo, And then I remember the blessing I blessed somebody else with on Tuesday without even thinking about it. But then that same $5 that I found, my bad, it was a Sunday. It was on, my bad, I found out $5 Sunday. It was either Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday, one of the two. So, but the same $5 I had, I gave it to one of my coworkers. I called Mama over at my job for her Valentine's Day, for her Mother's Day gift. I said, here you go. Because I really wasn't going to use it. It was something about it that made me say, don't use it. Hold on to it. And when I gave it to my coworker, I was called Mama over at the job, whatever. She's like, oh, thank you, baby. I said, you know what? I said, this could be your Mother's Day gift. Here you go. Something a little like that. It's a blessing for others. Like, we blessed somebody on Tuesday. Found a blessing on Wednesday and Thursday. Gave the blessing back to somebody else on Sunday. But at the same time, throughout the whole process, it's like you have to appreciate the blessings of what you have. You have to appreciate the things that you have too. I'm going to be real with you guys. Because every time, I'll be honest, God really get your attention. Where you be like, man, I don't have this, I don't have that. But you may be on Twitter, on Instagram, or on Facebook. You know something. You scroll by a post. And you take a look at the third world. And you take a look at what's happening in some places where you think we got the slums out here in the U.S. Nah, you got the slums out in other countries to where everything is makeshift. You got the beautiful city across the way, but you got those that are very, very at the bottom of the barrel. But those that are usually at the bottom of the barrel usually be the ones that rise up to the top because they've been humbled for what the little things that they have, as opposed to the ones that are truly, as opposed to the ones, that have been truly, how can I explain this? Oh, as opposed to the ones that, been fed a silver spoon. And they don't know how to appreciate blessings because they always like, oh, I got this, they prideful. They're prideful. So, at the end of the day, when you really take a look at pictures like that of those in the slums, and you take a look at where you at, you really got to thank God, like, thank you, Lord, for where I'm at now. What I have now. Because there are others that really cannot afford some of the things that we can afford. There are folks that cannot afford iPhones or pay off a Galaxy Note 8 phone and things of that nature and stuff. Or, have the latest electronic devices and things. I mean, you really have to take a look at different things and just really appreciate the blessings of what you have. Because we all could be in another situation to which we ain't got shit. But at the same time, we humble by what we have. And yeah, I'm doing a little bit cussing because, I have to keep it real for you guys sometimes. My apologies. Let's continue. So, for Motivation on Wednesdays, May 16, 2018, I said, furnish the wisdom of life. Now, let's go to the definition for furnish because you guys go try to see why we want to furnish life. So, let's do that. Furnish the wisdom of life to provide what is needed, to equip, well, not that one, but supply, give, or to provide what is needed. So, furnish the wisdom of life. Supply the wisdoms that you have been given to you. Give the same wisdom that you've been blessed with to others. Furnish that wisdom to other individuals to help them grow. I mentioned in my podcast earlier, there's 3 people at my job that I've seen going to the top. And there's some other folks that has been at the job I used to work at, don't work there anymore. I stay in contact with them. And I see that they're doing their own thing too. And they're starting to get their business and stuff moving. And the crazy thing, though, is this. Is that little wisdoms I learned from my parents and from other individuals in my life, I actually gave the same game in a different, unique way to the same individuals I talked to. To the homie that's running his own cleaning business and stuff. Got his price and things of that nature, excited like a mother. Got his business cards and everything else. He happy. I mean, he excited. He keep telling me, he's like, he be telling my other coach, he's like, y'all, this dude right here is my mentor. Woo, woo. I mean, and I'm humbled by it. I'm very humbled by it. Because most of my coworkers that know me, they know me as the dude that works hard, sweet nature, can be crazy sometimes, But at the same time, spit the wisdom, I'm like, hey, I'm in a whole different zone. I'm in my element, and I don't even realize it. When you furnish the wisdoms of life, you basically are passing down knowledge that you have to other individuals. My other coworker, who really is into the stock game, but really into, in regards to stock, supporting the green. You know what I mean by green? Like hybrid cars and things of that nature. I can't think of the term in my head right now, but stuff like that. I can't think of it at the moment, but he put me on game on some things like that. I'm looking like, okay. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, it applies to technology as well too, so I can see the benefits of it. So it's like different wisdom that you get to folks that's kind of like, that's there. It's a blessing. But we also furnish the wisdoms of life. You give wisdom to those that have not heard from somebody that, they're like, oh, okay, this person got a hood, but he smarter than a motherfucker, something like that. But at the same time, it's like, don't get the game twisted. Yeah, we may be from woo, from city, like I'm from South Central LA, but I don't let the city determine who I really am. If you know what I mean. Because the wisdom I've been taught is both sides. I got I got, the wisdom from those that are very wise and things of that nature. And of course, when folks from school and things of that nature that kind of live that street lifestyle, they put you up on game what's really happening. But they can tell just by your outlook, like, hey, they like the homies, like, hey, like this cat, he doesn't do all of that and everything. He's not about that life, And it's like, hey, they be like, hey, boy from South Central, woo and stuff, but, he's not about that life and things of that nature. But, but we just gonna put him on put him up on game, so what's happening, stuff like that. You have to get both. But at the same time, you get the wisdom, you learn, you pass it down to others, straight up. Let's continue. And it's a beautiful day out here, too. So, for Daily Tips Thursdays, May 17, 2018, I said, take time to look at yourself and see how far God has taken you in life. There's a reason why I have said it. That's just why I said that everything else today adds up together as to how everything is. The reason why I said take a look at, it goes back to appreciate the blessings. Because when you really take a look at your life, see how far God has taken you, even with the hardships and things, you can honestly say that you have grown in a certain way. Most folks don't really grow, not till they older, and then once they kind of older, it's a little bit too late for them. But for those that had kind of grown in wisdom a little bit early in life because of different hardships and things of that nature, they're more wise, and it's much more easier for them to handle such situations because up in the 20s and 30s, when the hard situations and things start to pop off, they know how to handle it, and they know how to disperse it. They know how everything truly becomes more beneficial. So everything truly gets more better. But at the same time, though, it's like you have those that have the mindset to be something great and can truly and can truly understand as to how far they had gone in life. And there are those that have kind of gone far. There are those in life that they gone far, but they haven't really seen the progress. Basically, let's take a look at the progress that God has led you to be on. That right there, especially if you try to get into business or anything, that right there would truly jumpstart you to truly get into a whole nother level to where you're like, okay, we've been through this, we've been through this, we've been through that. So now since we know about all that, we can now go to the next level in business or life or wherever it is. So that's just why I said in that post that, take a look at how far God has brought you in life, because there are some folks that can make it, and there are others, that truly, there are those that truly, hadn't fully made it that far yet. So take a look at how far God has brought you, and you'll be surprised as to how far His blessings and His grace has carried you. Let's continue with the last post. So, for today's post, May 18th, 2018, Boss Status Fridays. 2 words. Forgive, forget. Today's post goes forgive and forget. That's a tough one for a lot of people. And the reason it's a tough one for a whole lot of people. Hi, Mar. Oh, I thought that's my puppy in the window right there. I'm tripping. I'm seeing things. And the reason why this is a hard one for everybody, most folks, is because most folks don't know how to forget things to where they don't know how to forgive certain people. And trust me, we all been guilty of that. Most of us are still holding on to shit that has happened in the past by certain individuals that we don't fuck with anymore, to which we're like, to which we just sit it down, watch the movie, all of a sudden the thought comes up of what happened, and they're like, man, remember what that motherfucker had done, woo, 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 woo. Y'all like, damn, Q, you went hard on the F word. I'm just keeping it real to some of y'all that actually been thinking like that, because it's true. There are times, I'll be honest, you have some folks that had done some things, to us to where you like, I can't forgive that motherfucker for nothing. Stuff like that. But at the same time, we do need to forgive and forget. We're here on this earth for a very limited borrowed time. And the reason why I mentioned earlier about if your job is make you feel like as if you are enslaved to it, because you have to stay over to help out another shift, to which management should get their shit together to figure out why the other shift that's had that many people, but they asking you who come in the morning, can you stay? That's the reason why I had said that. Because you have one life to live. Don't waste your time dealing with somebody else's BS because they ain't got their shit together. How does that apply to forgive and forget? I just said it. We are here on this earth from borrowed time. Folks, you guys are living in slow motion. If you haven't realized it, I'll give you a good example. Sunday, I knew that Mother's Day was coming up, but I didn't know that Mother's Day was coming up, if you know what I mean. You take a look at this month. We're already in May 18th. What did I say last week in the podcast? I said once you get to May 16th or May 15th, or from May 15th to the 17th, I said that's called half of May. That's when the rest of this month is going to fly by fast. The 20th for this month is coming up in this following week. Matter of fact, in a day and a half. Sunday going to be May 20th. Next thing you know, we're going to fly through May 21st through 20 whatever. And the next thing you know, we're going to be up in June. And once you're at Will Smith's summertime, that's when you know summer is official out here in California and certain places. And booyah, we're going to be into Happy Halloween, Happy Thanksgiving, kids going back to school, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. So when I mentioned the analogy that I knew Mother's Day was coming, but I didn't know that Mother's Day was coming, it's for the fact that we work at these mediocre punk-ass jobs to which we lose focus to the real world because we so caught up on the bullshit-ass politics that's going on at the job that we don't fully focus as to what's happening in our life. So we live in slow motion. And then you see why the person that's supposedly winning in life and winning in business and why they all happy and things and cheering, high-fiving and stuff like that. And you look at them like, how they, you look at them like, damn. So, I'll put it this way. Or you compare yourself to somebody that you know and you're like, damn, how the hell did they jumpstart and shoot off quickly and we've been up in the same race? It's because mindset difference. One is not stuck in the rat race of the politics, the bullshit that happens at work. And the other one is still stuck in the rat race that's still stuck with the politics and bullshit that happen at work. To which they let the fear of their job overtake their mindset for which they do not get out at that prison. The ones that get out the prison are the ones that truly go into legend mode, to which they be like, booyah, kicking the fifth gear. They going through all the hardships and shit that you don't see in order for them to live a freedom type of lifestyle. Reason why I mentioned that today is because I had to leave on time for my job. Left a little bit later, but I was like, I'm not about to stay extra for something else. I have a podcast to do. This is part of my business. I got listeners that listen to my podcast every Friday, worldwide. And most of them can only listen to it at a certain time before, let them know I got the replay. So, when I used to be done around 7 or 8, whatever, or every time I get done and stuff like that, it's like, cool. Because in the process, I got to go back to work in the following morning. So I don't want to be up too late doing a podcast that we could have done way earlier, whatever. But, don't let my job dictate me from doing a blessing that we've been blessed with. Because we wasn't doing this podcast shit back a couple years ago. The only way we got started doing this type of stuff was like back in 2014-ish. When I started making back YouTube videos off a company I was working with. And whatever, and stuff like that. And so that right there kind of pinpoint me, started doing the little podcasts and stuff here and there. Because I still do the little DJing thing online, like I said before, to the little program I had kind of switched up, and, the copy that I have wasn't working anymore. So I'm like, damn. So I started doing little podcasts off of the Spreaker app that I'm using off my iPhone. Or whatever, for the little DJ session shows I have, and I didn't really like the little method of how it was, done, because I like to do little certain effects on my music, keep it more unique and stuff like that. So with that, I say, let me try doing the podcast and things of that nature. How hard can that shit be? We used to do it on the YouTube videos, which you still have up, and once I started doing like that, bam, you guys see me now. We in week 97 of doing the online podcast thing. So, like I said before, when your job makes you feel like you are a slave and trapped because you got to help out another shift, whatever, but you done your part and work your ass off, it's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not staying. It's like, what, what y'all gonna do? Write me up or whatever? Say, okay, you done? Like, motherfucker, I got other shit to do. I have a life. This job here is not my life. Have y'all was paying a brother $3,000 every week or whatever, then hey, I'll stay and do what needs to be done. But when your paychecks is looking kind of like, appreciate the blessing for it. But you know that if you have more, you do a whole lot more than what you can do, especially for your business. Then hey, be cool with that. But when it's not looking like that, it's like, oh no, y'all need no more of my time, because my time can be used to build up my brand, my business, my things, so I get the fuck up from out of here and start doing what I love to do. Have freedom to do whatever the hell I want to do, as opposed to just being stuck in one place and stuck hearing managers and supervisors that really, to be honest, lost all hope, whatever point in life, to which they now slave to the job system. How does this apply to forgive and forget? We have to forgive others and we have to forgive ourselves of holding our own selves back. We have to forget the bullshit that has happened before in the past and continue to live in the present and in the future. We have to forgive others for what they have done and forget the things that have happened. It's hard at times, but once you build that rapport, you can tell that person, like, I forgive you for this, I forget the situation, but we're not going to be cool like that. If they say, you know what, I appreciate you saying that, we're good. Cool. Disperse. How you forgive yourself? You need to stop feeling bad for yourself. You need to stop letting other little voices in your head dictate who the fuck you are or what you can and cannot do. You need to forget all of that nonsense right there and go ahead and push it to something greater. Go ahead and kick yourself to overdrive. Go ahead and kick yourself to doing things that you thought you couldn't do, but you can do. That is how you forgive and forget. And that is how you start to live life in a more blessed mode, to which things starts to open up and life starts to look more better. So with that, I hope you guys enjoy week 97, sessions 471 and 475 for this week of May 14th to May 18th. Courtesy of Hit Rocker Productions, as well hashtag Business Mind Leaders, aka The Wolfson. With your host, Q Moore, also known as Chinchilla Q of HitRockerProductionsCM.com. Once again, that is HitRockerProductionsCM.com, where you guys can find all my social media sites and things of that nature. With that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for tuning to today's podcast. I actually have fun doing this one. That's just why I said earlier, this one's going to be a little bit more deeper because it does touch at home. And I'm going to let you guys know right now, when I do these podcasts and do these posts each and every week, I don't do them just to do them. I actually do them because I enjoy doing them. And at the same time, too, I'm speaking to myself. Keep myself in the process of saying business minded. It's the reason why I had the hashtag business minded leaders, because we all leaders in one way or another, and business is used in different can't think of the word, but I said country now or whatever, but I'm trying to think of something big. Can't think of it right now. But conjunctive definitions of differences of how business is used. So with that, ladies and gents, I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Don't let nobody or don't let a fucking job dictate who you are and what you need to do. At the same time, you continue to push forward as to what it is you want to do in life. So with that, it's your boy Chinchilla Q saying peace, sayonara, one love. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'm out. Deuces. Catch you guys on the flip side. You guys already know what it is. One love. I'm out. Deuces. Matter of fact, we ain't done just yet. I had to look at the timer. We about to hit 50 minutes, so I'm like, nah, we ain't about to stop at 49, 45. We about to continue on for a little bit. That's what I want to say for you guys, and I'm going to be really real when I say this as well, too. Each and every one of you has a major purpose in life that God has blessed you with. Wherever you love to do or whatever talents that you have, and I know God's blessing you with multiple talents. And here's the thing. Go ahead and just go all in on your talents and just make things happen. Talk to God about it, and trust me, God will lead you to the right individuals and things of that nature to what you need to get started and what you need to do. So make that happen, because once you do that, once you really find your path, then just go with it. Especially for my 9-to-5ers, those that work in jobs. Get out the job that you're at. If you love your job, this doesn't apply to you. It really doesn't. But if you really hate your fucking job, get out of it. And do what you've been blessed to do. Trust me, the money will come. Money comes and money goes. But at the same time, you only have one life to live. So with that, most definitely, make it count. Because when you don't make it count, then you're going to be regretting it on your deathbed. And you're going to say, damn, I wish I would have done that many years ago. And then one of your family members will be like, well, why you didn't do it? And you're going to be like, you know what, because I was too afraid, or the cliche shit, I was working. Then that same person, rather be young or old, be like, you let a job dictate what the fuck you want to do with your life? And then it's like, what answer can you come back with that? Because you've been told during the time that you have, do something greater. But since you didn't want to do something greater, you started to let other folks dictate as to what it is you want to do. So with that, though, ladies and gents, you want to just make sure that you don't let anybody dictate what it is that you want to do with your life. Especially when it's time for you to go and you know you got shit to do after work. Don't let anybody dictate what the fuck you need to do. Shit, go ahead and take care of the business you need to take care of. Because if you don't take care of the business you need to take care of, then you know other shit comes along with it. So with that, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. One love, Chinchilla Q is out. Deuces.